Welcome back to Your Arts, and thanks again for joining me. Okay, so this is part 2 of how to use bullseye in our checkouts. It's a really nice little practice routine, this people. Please join me. Okay, so part 2 of learning some checkouts with bullseye and 25. Let's not forget 25, okay? So we're going to be covering numbers 90 and 95. Let's throw up a dartboard there, see if I use it or not. I'm not too sure yet. Okay, but what we're going to do, if we've got time, I'm going to also show you the more conventional ways to take out these numbers. And if you know it, it's good practice. Remember, these videos are aimed at people who are brand new, either brand new to the game of darts or brand new to learning how to check out in your head, not relying on any apps and things like that. Okay, so let's just jump in. So 90. Now, if we go throw out bullseye, okay, it leaves 40, as you can see here, and that's double 20. So this is dead easy, 90, okay? And if you hit the 25, it leaves 65. Now, throughout the rest of these numbers, I do recommend you go for the most conventional ways of taking out these 60 range numbers, but only on 90. If you have 65, you can definitely go for the 25 for double 20. Okay, now I showed you that in the last video. But the other way to take out 65, if you want to be even a little bit more assured at having one dart at checking out, you should go treble 15 for double 10, as you can see here. Okay, so treble 15, double 10. I remember that because they're right next to each other. Okay, but they do add up to 25, 15 and 10. Okay, so that's another way you can remember that. Because the reason why that's a more safer route is if we miss the treble, so miss treble 15, hit the big 15, I call that the miss rule. You'll heard me mention that if you see my videos. We're going to miss that treble more times and hit that, hopefully hit the single number, of course. You might hit anything, but you can't practice for every eventuality. Okay, and doing that leaves you 50, so you've got that shot out at bullseye, or you can set up your favorite double, can't you? But so that's 90. Let's jump on to the next number, 91. So we're going for bullseye. If we hit the bull, it leaves 41, and then you just take out 41 however you want to do it. Okay, and I've shown you before ways to work out how to finish on double 16. If you don't know what that single number you need to finish on double 16 here, of course it's the 9. Okay, single 9 for double 16. I've shared with you formulas before. You just take 2. I still do this now to this day because it's just so easy. You take 2 off the last digit. 2 off 1 is 9. Okay, now you might not need it. You might be really good with these numbers. I struggled, other people will struggle, and I know it's helping some people out there. So I'm just recapping. So I want to finish on double 16. I have 41. I just take 2. The formula is take 2 off the last digit, and I have 9 double 16. If you want to finish on 18s, the formula, so you have 41 here, the formula would be, that's a rubbish colour, the formula would be you plus 4 onto the last digit, 4 onto the 1, okay, is 5. So single 5 double 18. This is not confusing. Certainly wasn't confusing to me. This helped me. If it doesn't work for you, then it just won't, it just won't be your thing, and you can learn it just parrot fashion, which is of course an obvious thing you can do when you're trying to learn these dart checkouts. But these little formulas just help me along. And of course, if you've got 41, it's easy to see single 1 double 20. And I'm a 20s guy, so it's dead easy to see it. Again, I'm throwing as much information and much kind of practice as I can for you all in case you struggle. Now you're going on 91, you miss your bull, but you hit your 25. This is why it's quite good to go bullseye for these numbers, because as long as you hit something in the center, the bull or the 25, you get a way to check out. So if you miss your bull, hit your 25, it leaves 66. Now your 60 numbers, so 61 all the way to 69, I call them first dart indicators. Okay, first dart indicators. Okay, I mentioned it because the number itself guides you as to what your opening dart's going to be. Where on 65 it's treble 15, on 66 because it's a 6 it's treble 16 for double 9. Now even though double 9 is a rubbish double, we go that way because if we miss treble 16, hit big 16, the miss rule, then it leaves 50, it leaves bullseye. There's reasons why we go the way we go on these 2 dart finishes. Okay, let's do the next number. So 92, going for bullseye, would leave 42. Okay, and you don't need any help here. If you're a 16s player, double 16 is 32. It's easy to see. You just need a single 10 to make it double 16. Okay, if you want to finish on the 14s, on the 16s rather, you just would plus, remember, up here. So let's just kind of tidy a little bit of this up before it gets too messy. Okay, So we have 42, and you're an 18s player, you like to finish on double 18. The formula, so you know what instantly, it's quite easy to see this, what your single number is going to be before you go for your double. You plus 4 onto the last digit, so plus 4 onto this 2 is 6, going to be a single 6, as you can see here, single 6 for double 18. This is just in case you need the help. And of course, I'm a 20s guy, so if I've got 42, I'm probably going to go a single 2 for double 20. Easy peasy, right? Now, we've got 92, we've missed the bull, but we've hit the 25. It would leave 67. And remember what I said, with the 60 range numbers, the last digit, so this one here, number 7, indicates what treble. So it's going to be treble 17, okay? That really helped me when I'm trying to learn these numbers when I first started out. But treble 17, double 8. So treble 17, double 8. Okay, missing that treble 17, hitting the big 17, leaves you 50, as all these 60 range numbers do. Okay, now let's just tidy all this up because it looks a right mess, and we'll go to the next number. The next number, 93. So if you hit the bullseye, it leaves 43, and if you want to finish on the 16s, the formula is just take 2 off the last digit. So taking 2 off 3, but it leaves 1, but it's not going to be treble 1, it's going to be treble, it's going to be a single 11, sorry. So as you can see, it's been a long day. Single 11, double 16. Okay, and if you want to finish on 18s, the formula plus 4 onto 3, 7, so it's going to be a single 7 for double 18. Now again, I just want to stress, these formulas won't be for everyone, but I know it's helping some people, and it certainly helped me. And if you don't have to remember all the formulas, because quite often we're either strictly on 20s or we're strictly on 16s or 18s, but the more you know, the more complete player you're going to be. Okay, and if you've got 43, I'd probably go a single 3 for double 20, especially if I'm hitting that on the night. So we've got 93, we've missed bullseye, but we've hit 25. It leaves us 68, and these numbers run with the 60 range numbers. It's a first start indicator, like I mentioned, first start indicator, treble 18. Okay, the first start indicator is always the furthest right digit. Okay, it's my rules, I'm making it up. All right, treble 18, double 7. Okay, the treble 18 for double 7, and I just remember it because it's on the same kind of, imagine this is a wheel, it's the same spoke, and that's how I remember those two. But they also add up to 25, 18 and 7, if that helps you. Okay, so we're nearly there. I'm trying to make this a quick one, but it's really good to practice this. As I said, just go to the dartboard and practice 90 to 95. Okay, I highly recommend you do that. And we're on 94, so go for bullseye, it would leave 44. And if you want to know what a single digit is, just take 2 off the last one. 2 off 4 is 12. Or 2 off 4 is 2, but again, it's not going to be 2, it's going to be 12. Okay, that's the only thing you've got to get you, because it's a bigger number, isn't it? You just got to get your head around it. So 12 for double 16. If you want to finish on the 18s and you've got 44, just plus 4. So you plus 4 when you're trying to finish on double 18s. Onto the last digit, plus 4 onto 4 is 8. So single 8 for double 18, as you can see. And 44, I might go a single 4 for double 20 because I'm a tops guy. And of course, imagine we've missed the bull and we've hit the 25. This is why it's quite good to go this way, because you get like almost like as long as you hit one of them, the bull or the 25, you know, you're going to get at least a shot of your favorite double or bullseye. So 69, first start indicator. So 9, so treble 19. Doesn't work for every number, okay? But in the 60 range, 61 all the way through to 69 certainly does that. Treble 19, double 6. And I've said this before in other video, the way I remember this, because I don't see these as, even though they do add up to 25, 19 and 6, I know a lot of people do that, but I don't want to be standing there at 19 and going, okay, what's the number I need to get to 25? I know it's not that hard, but I don't want to do that. So I use what I call a link, and that's a picture. I just see it as 1/4 if it was a clock face. And again, I don't do that now because I just know the finish, right? So it's all about ingraining these finishes into your head, and anything what can give you instant recall, you do it. You make it any silly picture you can make up, as long as you have instant recall, when you need it, so you're not thinking about it, not adding it up. Okay, and the last number of the day, number 95. Go for bullseye, it leaves 45. Want to know what your single number is before you go for double 16, just do the quick formula. So I'm stood there, I've got 45, I would just take 2 off the 5, so 3, so it's going to be 13, double 16. Really easy to work out. If you want to finish on double 18, just plus 4 onto your 5, so 9. So it's going to be a single 9 for double 18. And then 45, a single 5 for double 20, that's what I would do. And of course, if we miss the ball and hit the 25, it leaves 70. Now a 2-dart finish for 70 would be treble 20 for double 5. Now I know double 5 is a bit rubbish, but we go that way. Only if we've got 2 darts, we'd go that way. Because if we miss that treble 20, hit the big 20. Okay, it deserves a name, and that's why I've called it the miss rule. It really does deserve like a title, because it's as important knowing your miss rule, I believe, as knowing the checkout itself. Just so you're not stood there, you're not thinking, now what do I do? Just take that. You just know it instantly. Okay, so missing the treble 20, hitting the big 20, of course, would leave you 50. So you can throw the bullseye, have that rock star finish, or you can set your checkout, your favorite double up. Okay, now what I want to do, I just want to show you some similarities here before we go into like the most conventional ways to take out these numbers, in case you don't know. So there's some nice similarities here. So when we are throwing at bullseye, it always, if you hit it, it always leaves a 40 number. As you can see, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44 and 45. And the number runs with the actual, like, so it's easy to see 90, so no help needed there, but 91, so it's going to be 41. 92 is going to be 42. 93, 43. Okay, 44, 45. Okay, it's just nice to know these little things in case you're not too. Just every little bit of information helps, doesn't it? Okay, and if you hit your 25, except for this last number here, number 95, it always leaves a 60 number. 66, 67, 68, 69. Okay. And remember, they always coincide. It's a first start indicator, so 66 is treble 16, 67 is treble 17, 68 is treble 18, 69 is treble 19. But I do actually include 70 as a first start indicator, because if it's got a 0 on it, you can throw out treble 20. Okay, and again, you might not need to know this, but if it helps you, great. I'm trying to give you all the pearls. Okay, so treble 20, double 5. So those are the similarities there. Okay. Go practice that. It's a lot of fun. You know, there's a great app. It's called Catch 40. On any of these practice dart apps, I think it has it on, but they're really good. It does. You go through numbers from 60 all the way through to 100. I wish it did a little bit more than that, really, because it's such a good. You have 6 darts to take it out, and these are great ways for you to actually practice those finishes. I still practice it now. I think it's great. So let's just tidy this up. I'll get back to you. Okay, so that's kind of the lesson over, but now we're just gonna, just for you hardcore dart fans out there, you wanna, if you stick with me and see if you know these finishes, shout them out loud, okay? And we're gonna also include the miss rule, what it will be if we miss the treble and hit the big number, because this is what I keep backing on about, right? So let's practice what I preach. Okay, so we have 90. The most conventional ways to take out 90. Treble 20, double 15, hitting the big 20 would leave 70. Okay, or you might want to go treble 18 for double 18, hitting the big 18 would leave 72. Okay, those are ways to take up 90. Now when we have 91, it's treble 17. Just change my colour. Treble 17, because that's 51, but I need to leave another 40 to make it 91. But if you miss treble 17, hit the big 17, it leaves 74. You just need to, sometimes you just need to practice them fashion wise, so you get the numbers. Repeat. Okay, and 74. The ways to take out 74. This is just again practice. Really, the safest way is a first start indicator. So 74, treble 14 for double 16. Hitting the big 14 would leave 60. Okay, that's why it's quite good to go that way. And in a perfect world, you want to get to below 70. Now, another way, what I do like, but there's a danger here. So if I have 74, you can go treble 18, because that's 54 for double 10. Okay, if you like the right side of the board, like I do. But you've got to be careful of this big 1. So if you hit 1, you're on 73, and you need to get another treble to get out. Okay, so this is going a little bit deep, but I have mentioned this before. This is kind of a bit of a recap, and I think all practice helps when we're trying to learn this very, very hard game of darts. So let's continue. 92, treble 20, double 16, missing the treble 20, hitting the big 20 would leave 72, and it's up to you how you take out 72. I like treble 12, double 18, but you know, you can go however you want to go. A lot of people go treble 16 for double 12. 93, treble 19 for double 18, missing the treble 19, hitting the big 19, the miss rule. I'll keep saying it till it goes round, till people repeat it. No one's repeating it. Okay, and leaves 74. So again, just what I mentioned before, on 74 you can go that way, treble 18, double 10, or treble 14, double 16. Next number, we're racing through these as quick as I can for you. Next one, 94, treble 18, because that's 54 for double 20. Missing treble 18, hitting big 18 would leave 76. So treble 20, double 8. But if I've got 2 darts at 76, I quite like double. I like double 18, would leave me my favourite double 20. Hitting the big 18, okay, would leave 58. And that's fine, a single 18 for double 20 when I come back. So, you know, with all these numbers, I advise you, when you practice them, just don't practice the checkout. Practice what would it be if you missed the treble, or in this case the double, hitting the big number, so you know what it's going to be. Okay, any problems, give me a bell, let me know, just give me a message and I'll help you with it. Next one, and the final one, 95. There's a few ways to do this. So 95, you can go treble 15 bull. That's the thing, first way I learned how to do 95. Hitting the big 15, so the miss rule would be 80. But I think a lot of people now they go treble 19 for double 19. Missing the treble 19, hit big 19 would leave 76, and you can take out 76 like I just mentioned here. Treble 20, double 8, or double 18. Double 20, or treble 16, double 14. Oh, there's loads of different ways to take out a lot of these numbers. But anyway, I think I've rattled on to long enough. Not too much, but long enough. So those are the numbers. I've gone through how to take them out conventionally and how to take them out using the bull and the 25. It's good practice. I hope you got something from that. Have a go with that. Okay, so coming next time, I think it's time for a test, don't you? I think I'm going to do a test on what we've done so far, maybe on the 2 dart finishes, just to see how you're getting on. For all you hardcore people who are actually trying to learn how to check out and pay attention to these videos, I really believe they will help you if you stick with it. Thanks so much for those who watch. Thanks so much for those who subscribed and shared these videos. I really do appreciate it. Take care for now.